This whole feeling is going to help you take that divot after the golf ball, that feeling of this, not this. Try the alignment stick, try that dragging feeling. How do you hit that ball, then that turf at impact? And we're going to look at it more into long irons as well. So I've got 186 of the flag. We're in long iron territory here. I've got a little bit of help with the wind, but we're going 5 iron. 5 iron to the green. It's a horrible club. Our brain's telling us there's no loft there. Let's scoop it. Let's scoop it. And actually, this is costing us so much. Anytime we're too shallow into the back of the ball, and that's our angle of attack, so not traveling downwards, we expose this leading edge, we cause more thins, and we expose those fat strikes. This video is a great way for you to learn to stop doing that. Okay, so we need an alignment stick. As you know, we love them here on the channel, so make sure you got your alignment stick out, guys. And again, this may be hard for some people, but I'm going to use the morning dew on the ground to really help me explain exactly what we're after. And if you've not got any dew on the ground, you could go and use the grain of the grass. So you only got the light, the dark stripes, go against the grain of the grass, you can really see what we're trying to achieve. So grab the alignment stick, grab it down the side of the golf club as well, and get it just touching your left hand side. Now, what I'm really looking for us to do is to learn to feel as though we create this. So you can see on the ground here, I'm sort of dragging this dew away from me. And when I'm doing this, the alignment stick is not colliding into me because this would be more of a scoopy motion. We're really learning to turn and brush it away. So you can clearly see here from the back of the golf ball and ahead, I've got all that wet ground gone. It's all out the way. So it's learning to feel as though your right palm is giving you pressure and you rotate. So another great way of thinking about this, imagine there's like a button here and you want it to go, rah! Can I push as much into that on this angle? Push it in. This is what we're looking to achieve through the golf ball. This is going to help us hit down on it, which is actually going to help get this ball more in the air. A more sinted strike with your longer irons is going to help create more spin, which gives us a bit more height, more ball speed, again a little bit more height and spin, and that's what's going to help us hit those towering iron shots like Rory McIlroy, like Dustin Johnson, like all those top players. Now, before we get into the second half of this tip, and by the way guys, do stick around for this, I've got 2 things for you. Who is your #1 golfer in the world? Like, I'm not saying like in terms of actually stats, who's there, but who is your #1 golfer in the world? Please do share it down below. Pause this video because you don't want to miss the next part. Pause it, comment down below who you think the best golfer in the world is. So a bit of a competition, and let's see who comes out on top. And if you've not already, do join this team by joining the channel, hitting that big red subscribe button and that bell notification. Don't miss out. Okay, so back to this tip. How can we add this into a bit more of a realistic feeling? I like this feeling of pressure, and you can feel and scrape it on the ground, and if you're in the grass you can go against the grain, but I think it's ideal here with this morning dew on the ground. Okay, so addressing the golf ball, let's pick it up. So let's go halfway back into the golf ball, turn it through, not getting the alignment stick to collide into you. So for a lot of people, this is going to feel like you've got a lot more rotation of the body as opposed to the arms and the hands. So it's really learning to get the club traveling down with a nice firm strike as opposed to really trying to scoop this ball up into the air. So the first stage, actually, let's get a bad golf ball out and we'll hit that good golf ball away afterwards. So I've got a range ball here. Let's pop this one down at the ground, and I would actually encourage you just to slowly hit this one away, maybe 5 to 10 yards in front of you. We're not asking you to hit a long way, just 5 to 10 yards in front of you. Go back into the golf ball, brush and turn through. Really get a feeling of what you're trying to achieve is not to get the alignment stick to collide into you. That'd be more of a scoopier strike. It's really learning to keep this triangle moving. So how do you apply this out on the golf course? Because at the end of the day, that is what we want to do. We want to be able to take this to the course. Well, of course, you can actually do this on the range and learn and train this into your golf swing, but we all want a fix, don't we? We all want a quick tip, so stick around for this bit. So what I like to feel through the ball, if you come round to the face-on perspective with me guys, and join me on this one, is as we're going through the golf ball, can we feel as though our triangle between our left and our right arms is extended? It's not scooped and in, because if you look at this now, if we're scooping and in, this club head is travelling up in a scoopy motion. If this is turned and extended out, this is exactly what we're after. That extension, that turn, keeping that triangle, that is how we create that pure strike on the golf course, that ball, then divot, contact. There's some thoughts for you to carry out on the golf course and really try to see if you can improve your contact. So remember, try the alignment stick, try that dragging feeling, then build it up to that half shot, and then on the golf course really get that feeling of that triangle extending. So your right arm extends into the shot and we're feeling as though we're extended, keeping that triangle. Don't need to go rigid with it, but it's extending through the shot. If you haven't already guys, please make sure, I really would appreciate it if you could join this team by hitting that big red subscribe button and that bell notification. Don't forget, tips come daily to help you improve your game.